And a Nova designer is breaking the mold when it comes to wedding dresses.
Do whatever you want to do. I think when we're walking down the aisles, the one time that you can break free.
The viral rainbow wedding dress backstory and what inspired her to start sewing at age 9.
You're watching the News 4 Rundown.
And a local designer is shaking up the wedding and luxury gown market. Her boutique is in Northern Virginia and has experienced traveling the world. Virginia Tech grad Kelsy Dominick has really made a name for herself, and she's joining us now. Kelsy, welcome to the Rundown. How you doing?
Hi, it's very nice to meet you guys. I'm so excited to be here.
Off the top, I've been to your Instagram. You're making wedding dresses that are not white. You've done rainbow. You've done all of these colors. What gave you the mind to break the mold?
Honestly, it was a pursuit of passion through culture and travel. I traveled the world for many years, probably around 6 years, and my inspiration was always going with an empty backpack or suitcase to find fabrics. And as I was bringing those back, my customers inspired me to not only create these different dresses and make these super original garments, but then one day I got a request for wedding gowns. And so at that point I was like, okay, yeah, I think we could do something like that. But it kind of just snowballed, and people started to notice, breaking this trend in an unintentional way just was really an outspoken thing to do at the time, which I had no idea. But now I understand how really pivotal it is in telling the true story behind a lot of brides and their stories, not just like the romance that a lot of people see when it comes to uniting two people. It's like they want to tell their stories through the dress.
There's so much customization going on in weddings, and you got incredible accolades from the Knot, but this is not an overnight success. You started when you were 9. How'd you get into sewing and making fashion?
So my mother actually taught me how to sew. So she grew up in a family of 11 children, and where they had to learn how to make garments for each other and themselves. And when her mother ended up becoming a single mother, she provided for her 11 children by reupholstering chairs and starting a business that way. So that trade passed along through my mother's side, but also on my father's side, he has an aunt who used to actually create wedding dresses in Belleville, New Jersey. So I think the culmination of the two, I guess you could say it was kind of destined in my blood somehow to meet together and have all of those superpowers come together. But it was definitely a culmination of both my parents, like being artistically driven and investing that in me when I was growing up.
If you could grab any bride walking down the street and give her one piece of unsolicited advice, what would it be?
It would just be to do whatever you want to do. And I think that's like the narrative. It's like our whole entire lives, we're kind of like carrying the weight of the shoulders of the world by doing what people expect of us. And I think when we're walking down the aisles, the one time that you can break free of that, it's like you have one big opportunity to really pay back to you and kind of thank yourself for, the years of reformation and transformation that women often go through. So I think that they're happiest when they sit down and they really think about, like, what do I really want to wear? And you're going to look back 20, 30 years from now and just be so glad that you did that for yourself.
Fashion is a tough business, and you're making it happen in Haymarket, Virginia, and all around the world. Kelsy Dominick, founder and creative director and head designer of DiDomenico Design. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
You can check out her boutique, too, in Haymarket, Virginia. Leon?
All right, Tommy, thanks.